South Africa government. How far? I said it. South Africa government, they need Nigeria so much. The South African government, mark my words and listen carefully. The South African government needs Nigeria more than ever. In the history of South Africa, the South African government, South Africa at the moment, they need Nigeria. They are not going to survive if they didn't bring Nigeria into the picture. And the government saw it coming. See, if for nothing, clap for South African government. You get it? Clap for them, because they saw where they will hit the bus stop. They saw where they will hit the wall. They saw where things will become difficult for them. And immediately, they started making amends with Nigeria. They started trying to rebuild and fix their relationship with Nigeria. And it worked. And I've said it many times, that's all Nigeria needs from Africa. The only thing Nigeria needs from any African country is acknowledge Nigeria's presence, acknowledge its importance, acknowledge its relevance, acknowledge the fact that Nigeria is the giant of Africa. Accept them for being who they are. Accept them, celebrate them, give them the flowers, because they deserve it. And Nigeria will forget whatever thing you have done for them. They will forget it and they will help you. Ghana today, I keep telling them, the moment Ghanaians who are in the movie industry in Ghana realize, some of them are gradually realizing. I saw this yellow bobo, Magic Michael, now making games with Nigerian actors, because they have realized that they have to bring back Nigerians. They have to use Nigerians again in order to regain their popularity, regain their fame. And Wudumaya shared the video. These people know the agenda they are playing. They know. You understand? They are gradually coming back. All they need to do in South Africa, in Ghana, Africa, just give Nigerians the room, give them the space, understand them, give them their flowers. This continent will change. This continent, Africa, will never be the same again if we give them this opportunity. But as long as they continue to play this nonsense, say we know what Nigerians, ban Nigerians are not welcome, push them out, this. As long as they continue with this mindset, they will remain stagnant, and Nigeria, unfortunately for them, will continue to progress, continue to advance, continue to achieve, continue to accomplish. South Africa government knew that problem is coming, because first they saw that Nigeria not being in the BRICS was already a big enough problem for them. So they had to bring in Nigeria into the BRICS. They had to. It was obvious. South Africa fell out with America. South Africa is completely out with Israel. They don't have any relationship. Now court matter they do every day. So basically, South Africa's ally now is just Russia, China, and that's where he's struggling. I know those are great countries. I know, but you cannot undermine or ignore the role that Europe and America still has to play in global economy, global leadership, and so many aspects. That's why South Africa had to immediately stop creating issues with Nigeria. The government of South Africa had to beg Nigeria president, say no. President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, His Excellency, Your Majesty, my Oga at the top, my Odogu Parara, my number one, my champion. Hello, he had to beg him, say, please, let us sit down and talk. I will uplift all the visa restrictions on Nigerians. I will allow Nigerians to come to South Africa and do business. I will give Nigerians free visa to South Africa. I will give them all those free benefits. And now, manifestations are going on already. Things are happening already. Things don't they happen. Things don't they happen. Because number one, more markets for South Africa. They are blocked everywhere. More opportunities for South Africa. They are blocked everywhere. Nigeria is supplying South Africa with oil. You know, crude oil. Nigeria is supplying South Africa with fuel because they are in fuel crisis. Nigerian investors are in South Africa now making money. All of these Dangotes and many others, buying banks, buying so many investments in South Africa. And that is to the good of the South African economy, not to the good of Nigeria. Any Nigerian that is having a business in another country, you might think that the man is making money, but that business existing in that country is for good of that country. For example, Cameroon with cement. The Dangote cement factory in Cameroon is for the good of Cameroon. It's not for the good of Dangote and Nigeria. Because that cement factory in Cameroon is changing the narrative about construction in Cameroon. And the government of Cameroon is making a lot of money from the taxes that the refinery is paying. So people have to wake up. You might think it's making profit, but the person that benefits more is the country where those businesses are. Gives their local people employment, pays in money into the government, it increases the GDP of the country, a whole lot. As Africans don't get sense, we go to mumu ourselves up and down to chase Nigerians out. Now, South Africa government has signed a deal with Nigeria for mining. It's a mining deal. When I saw this, I laughed because I know what it means. I know what it means. One of the biggest sectors in South Africa is the mining sector, as in there's gold in South Africa. Like, if you see any billionaires in South Africa, majority of the billionaires in South Africa, they are making their money through mining. Mining, mark my word, they mine gold. There are so many valuables they do mine in South Africa. And majority of these mines are controlled by West, white Americans and foreigners. Majority of these mines. And of course, South Africa has seen how Nigeria is taking over its economy. Nigeria is controlling the lithium mining. Nigeria built factory for lithium, I told you recently, for processing lithium in Nigeria. And it's not just one factory. So South Africa is waking up to realize that, wow, so African countries can actually control their mining sector and their mining resources. Just recently, Ghana also learned that same mistake and said, oh, we are passing a law. The foreigners that are doing gold mining in Ghana, they should start getting out. Ghana, go and do our findings. Ghana government just also passed out that information too. Because these people are starting to realize that if Nigeria can do it, then we can do it. So they are now bringing in Nigerian partners. They are bringing in Nigerians in the game to collaborate with them, to work with them, to see how they can elevate the mining sector. And that is a very good deal for South Africa. I am super proud that South Africa and Nigeria are coming in terms. They have already signed an MOU, memorandum of whatever. They have already signed an MOU whereby the two countries together will manage mining. You understand? Nigeria will send experts to South Africa to train them, educate them, push them, and give them certain valuable skills so that they can be equipped to manage certain resources, certain kind of mines, and certain type of valuables in South Africa. I am very proud that Africa is getting to this level because this is the key and the only way Africa can succeed. This is the only way Africa can move forward. This is the only way our continent can self-sustain. Because what if South Africa goes to America, goes to China, goes to India, goes to Europe, that the bloody mistake that Ghana did, the old Ghana mine, they gave it to one Indian company to control. Thank God that the new president, John Mahama, whose mother is a Nigerian, by the way, is now trying to change that narrative. So it is far better for us to see that African countries are collaborating, partnering, creating this partnership, working together to see how Africa's resources can be managed by Africans. This is great news. So for me, it's not like I'm looking down on South Africa. I'm proud and I'm happy that finally South Africa government has decided that no, I will work with my brothers in Africa. I will work with Nigeria. I will work with other African countries. Let us take back our country. Let us take back our resources. One of the reasons why you see Donald Trump is very angry with South Africa is this kind of decisions. Because according to Trump, according to the West, according to Europeans, these resources in Africa, they should be managed by them. Africa is not capable to manage their resources. Africans are not good enough to take care of the resources. That's why they are not happy to see that Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, Africa in general, we are taking this kind of decisions to start managing our resources by ourselves. It go pain them. It go pain them. So, my dear South Africans, I don't know how you interpret this video. I don't know how you interpret this agreement, but stop being mumu people and realize that your government has understood the truth. Your government is on the right path. Your government has understood the value and the importance of Nigeria to them, and the importance of Africans working together in unity to Africa. It is very, very important. And if we want a better Africa, if we want to enjoy our resources, if we want a better economy, then we must continue in this direction. It is what it is. Your boy Ajim Max on this one again. Smash the like button, smash the notification bell. Come back anytime you're free, guys, because there's always more beautiful and amazing videos just for you. God bless you. Cheers.